Hello everyone, I greet in the name of God Almighty. My name is Apostle Silas, and today we have a very interesting video to react to, and this one says that US Army to Islam, story of Jason Santillana. Okay, I believe that this is going to be a very interesting video. So if today happens to be the first time of you checking out my channel, don't forget to subscribe to my channel and follow me on my Facebook and Instagram. And if you have any video you want me to react to, don't forget to drop it at the comment section and I'm going to check it out. So guys, before we get on to the video, I'm a theologian and I make this video not to discredit anyone's religion. This is basically for educational purposes, and I believe that at the end of this video we all are going to learn from this. So let's get on to this video and check this out.
I work in the United States Army. I've been all over the Middle East, Iraq, Syria, Saudi Arabia, Jordan, Egypt. I've never even met a Muslim person. There was always a lot of questions that I had that I never really got the answers to. Really big questions.
How a human being could actually be, God.
Because I felt lost. I didn't really feel like I had a purpose. You could only take so much of that as a person. And that I was on like a cliff and, you want to jump. You hear those whispers in the back.
Like, oh, don't do it.
This is the decision to save your life. Everything just kind of clicked. The world went silent and I was like, you know what?
I was ready to take the jump
What is your name?
My name is Jason Santillana.
Jason, tell me about yourself.
Sure, I'm from Corpus Christi, Texas originally, born and raised. I work in the United States Army.
How was your life regarding faith and religion in general?
I would like to say I was probably a Christian for most of my life. So growing up in South Texas especially, it's about 70% Hispanic, Mexican mostly, and they're all Christians. I would go over to my grandmother's house sometimes and she would read the Bible to me and we would talk about it all the time. And I always asked how, regular people, right? Everyday people, you see them all the time walking down the street and everything. How could a person be like God and like not God at the same time? Like, I just didn't understand that. It would kind of just be like, oh, well, mijo, you have to have like some kind of faith or something.
How was your life in general before Islam?
So I joined the military when I was 17 years old through a program that we have. I started looking into religion when I was about 18 years old. A lot of it was because I felt lost. I didn't really feel like I had a purpose. I felt like I was just here kind of thing, just living, feeling a little, just hopeless, I guess. You could only take so much of that as a person, and then you start looking into like how I could fix this problem and what the deeper meaning of what I'm feeling is, right? I wanted to find, God. I wanted to find my religion. I wanted to find something that I could actually hold on to and believe in and really put my faith into. So I went looking for the answers.
What would be your first encounter with Islam?
Honestly, it was probably like Mufti Menk or Zakir Naik, something like that I saw, yeah. And how they were able to answer all of the questions that, I've always, pondered, throughout my entire life with all of the struggles and all of the things that I went through. How, Christianity, it's really about like, hey, like Jesus Christ was the Son of God and He is God in the human flesh kind of thing. I had never really understood that, and I couldn't see how a human being could actually be, God kind of thing. So I think getting clarity from the Islamic perspective of that question really helped me understand and pushed me to dive deeper into this religion. One of the funny things that I always say is like I stopped eating pork 2.5 years ago. That's something that people always think about whenever they hear about Muslims and things like that. I stopped drinking alcohol, smoking and stuff like that. All of these little things that, I was reading about, and the answers that I was getting from Islam specifically made sense to me and were my reasons for quitting.
So now you've researched, did you meet any Muslims? Did you speak to any Muslims?
And I'm from Texas, huge Christian state kind of thing. Not really any diversity there. I've never even met a Muslim person, honestly, until I came out in Kuwait. In that time, I've been all over the Middle East, Iraq, Syria, Saudi Arabia, Jordan, Egypt, all of these places. In all my travels in the Middle East and in Kuwait and things like that, seeing the people, seeing how they live, their society, how they believe, how devout they are as a group of people, I think all of that cemented, my beliefs and how, this is something that I could put myself into, and how I could continue to want to learn and prosper, and how accepting and how kind the people were, and how kind everybody in the Muslim community is. All of my experiences so far have been very, very positive. I don't think I've had anything bad to say or anything at all. They're so involved in their religion, and they're so ready to talk about it and help you through your journey, because they do understand how hard it is and how intimidating it can be, especially from people from America that grew up in societies of just these Christian homes, or these majority different religious places, right? And that was very, very helpful for me, and it helped me make a decision on what I wanted to do.
Do you feel you had any setbacks?
Some of the things that I was telling myself to try to, that made me prolong the reversion was, oh, well, you can't even read, the Quran, you can't understand what it's saying, you don't know how to pray, you don't know, any of this stuff, and you need to learn it first before you do anything. You need to continue to learn before you do anything. But in my mind, like I said, I was on a cliff, right? And you want to jump because you know what you believe is down there, but you're not too sure, because you hear those whispers in the back, oh, don't do it. And if you have this feeling, it's a call from, I believe, from Allah. I think that He's trying to guide you somewhere to this religion if you're not in it already. And the best thing for you to do is to dive right in, is to jump and understand that feeling is real, and what you have inside of you is not by mistake. And you will continue to learn every single day, just like I have, and millions of Muslims around the world have. And it's an everyday journey. It's not something that you're gonna say the Shahada and everything, but that's everybody, right? No matter if you're a revert or if you were born Muslim, everybody has to find Islam at one point in their life. At a certain point, you kind of just have to take the jump, right? And that's what happened. I think I was ready to take the jump, or maybe I don't know if I was exactly ready, because I had those thoughts in my head, but I put those aside and I still went with it.
What was the tipping point in your life which led you to your Shahada?
Assalamu alaikum. Have you heard of the double effect? If we have 1,000 viewers for this video, and every single person shared that video to someone, 2,000 will become 4, 8, 16, 32, 64, 256, 512, 1 million view. Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wasallam said in Musnad Ahmad, "Ad-dal al-khair kafa'ilih." The one who directs you to the good action is the same as the one who does the action itself. So subscribe to the channel and click the bell icon, and make sure you share this video. Now let's go back to watching the video.
What was the tipping point in your life which led you to your Shahada?
I had a vacation. I was going to Egypt, and really, really nice family. They actually accepted me into their home. The father was willing enough to let me into their home, and understand more of the culture and the religion, because he knew that I had questions and I was still trying to find my way. And he taught me everything that that I wanted to hear, or just that I wanted to know. He was a great person, and it was right before iftar, right before we broke fast. And me and him had a one-on-one conversation. I mean, some of the things that we were kind of talking about is the best time to revert was yesterday, but the second best time is now, because now you still have life, and now you're still well, and you still have your health and everything. You're still able to make these decisions, and you don't know how long you have this, and you don't know if this is the decision to save your life. So why would you put that off? And everything just kind of clicked, right? And the world went silent, and I was like, you know what?
Yeah, that's beautiful.
Thank you.
Yeah, that's beautiful. And then you prayed. You must have took your shahada, and then it was time for the sunset.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, so I was able to pray with them for the first time. He taught me how to do wudu, you know, that day and things like that. And you know, we went through the whole thing, and you know, that entire night, you know, for the next couple hours until I left, he was just teaching me, you know, everything that I needed to know, and just things like that.
How was your first Ramadan? Was it nice?
It was hard. No, actually, it was very easy for me.
Oh, okay.
Absolutely,
Okay.
it was easier than I thought it was gonna be. Everything went really smoothly. You know, I didn't break my fast or anything like that, unless so it was good. It was good. So yeah, I had a great first Ramadan. I think I learned a lot in that time, and I used that time exactly how it's meant to be used.
You know, you've taken your shahada.
Right.
Did you tell your family and friends immediately?
Yeah, so my immediate reaction that night was I called my parents, and they're still living in the US, right? So it was like 3 in the morning, you know, I called them, and you know, I told them everything and stuff like that, and they were extremely accepting, and they were very, very happy for me. They were glad that I found something that, you know, gave me this feeling again, or not again, but that I've been searching for.
Would you say you've seen your life change drastically?
You know, there's total structure in my life now, 100%. I feel more at ease with everything that I do, because I know that, you know, the person, the creator that I'm doing this for is like behind me, right? And is helping me with everything, and is making everything easier for me, and is guiding me. So, you know, it's been amazing. Like I can't sometimes explain the feelings that I feel, and you know, just, yeah.
Have you got any sort of goals? And
absolutely, I would like to, you know, do my umrah and my hajj as soon as I possibly could, you know. I think that would probably be the next thing, and just again learning as much as I can with the Quran, and learning from all the hadiths and everything like that. That's probably the next steps for me in terms of like my Islamic journey.
If you need any help, let me know, inshallah.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, I'd love to help, man.
And that's been the response from everybody that I've talked to, and it's beautiful. I love that.
That if you could go back and tell yourself something, and you could just talk to yourself, say, listen, do this, what would you say?
I would say like a universal thing that maybe everybody feels is that, you know, Allah is gonna guide us, and Allah is gonna bring us to the path of Islam, you know, if you're a revert, or if you've lost that path, right? And I feel like you shouldn't suppress those feelings, and you shouldn't, you know, shy away from what you're feeling, or what you're like what your mind is telling you to do, because it's really not you. It's Allah guiding you, and take the jump, you know, as soon as you feel it, you know, as soon as you can, as soon as, you know, you're ready for it, do it. Because again, like that, my second Egyptian family that I have said, like, you know, the best time was yesterday, but the second best time is now. So if you're having those feelings and you're having those doubts, continue to keep on researching, and continue to keep on learning, and take the jump as soon as you can, because you never know, this could save your life. So.
Oh, any messages for the people back home?
For everybody back home in Texas, I would say, you know, I'm coming home soon. You know, I can't wait to get back into you know, college and continue that stuff, and I'm ready to see all of y'all, and let y'all experience, you know, the new me. So.
Oh, nice.
Absolutely.
Definitely success, bro.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Whoa, that's a very interesting video, hearing this young man sharing his the things like he went through, of course, his testimony before he accept Islam, despite the fact that he has traveled to so many countries, being it Kuwait, Saudi Arabia, Iraq, and the rest of it, right before he decided to take that decision to accept Islam. Of course, some people do have that opportunity to make that very decision, while others don't have that opportunity. Well, if you listen to him very well, he says that he has made a research, and before coming to that very conclusion, and then before he do that, he tends to look at, in a sense, how they are living, how they pray, how they do things, in a sense. Their togetherness was one of the things that makes him feel like, yes, this is the right religion, you understand, for himself. And then it was from there that he took the Shahada, despite the fact that he told his parents, and then they tend to be very happy for him. That's why I used to say that, like, when you says that you're a Christian, then let's allow that Christ-like life to manifest in our life, so that when people, just like the Bible says that you should, so that when the people in a sense see how you're living, they can be able to glorify your Father who is in heaven. So the question for me and you is, if you're a Christian, right? Let me speak to my Christian brothers, because this is already a Muslim, like, yeah. So how you live your life, if people should see, can it draw them, you understand, to your Creator? Can it draw them, you understand, to God? This is the question for you and I. If you're able to like respond to this, then you can be able to like tell to whether what you're doing is right or wrong. And if you are not able to answer this question, then I think there is a need for you to go back to your Maker, ask for forgiveness, let Him cleanse you of all unrighteousness, understand, that is in you, so that, you understand, at least you can become a vessel, you understand, unto honor, a vessel that will be used, you understand, in transforming souls, to transforming life into the kingdom of God. The young man have shared his own experience, right? So as you, as a believer, right, what's your responsibility? He was not forced. Don't forget, he was actually on a war front. But then if you look at how he says he stayed in the Texas, right, he was not even having an opportunity of seeing Muslims, you understand, around and all those things, right? But look at how it is, how everything happened. He be able to do this through observation, how he observed the Muslims, how they do their things, how they conduct themselves and all those things, right? So ask yourself, what you do, does it glorify God? Can he be able to draw someone, you understand, to your Maker? And if not so, then there is a need of us to have a change of heart and do things, you understand, differently. So I know a lot of you have thought and opinion, and I want you to drop it at the comment section. Let's all learn from one another. So this is the end of my video. If you like my reaction, you should like, share and subscribe. And if you have any video you want me to react to, don't forget to drop it at the comment section, and I'm going to check it out. So guys, you remain blessed, and I see you in my next video. Bye bye.